I don't know if the 6'2" and under guard is at a premium no more as a starter.
I think we're going to see Bronny in college taking it back to him. I'm excited to see that.
I would love to see Bronny in college instead of going the other route.
Yeah, disappearing for years.
Yeah, disappearing basically.
The NBA world loves drama, but this situation feels different because it's hitting two generations at once. Bronny James is already carrying the pressure of being LeBron's son. The Lakers are under the brightest spotlight in basketball, and then Kevin Durant suddenly drops a cryptic message right as criticism around Bronny starts exploding again. Fans instantly connected the dots because the timing felt way too perfect. And when KD posts something vague online, people never treat it like a random thought. They treat it like a hidden message. The second it went viral, social media turned into chaos. Some fans believed Durant was defending Bronny. Others thought he was quietly taking a shot at the Lakers organization. A few even believed he was indirectly talking about LeBron himself. That's the thing with Kevin Durant. He never fully explains the meaning. He lets the internet create the narrative for him. The controversy started building after another wave of criticism hit Bronny during off-season discussions and media debates. Every move he makes gets analyzed like he's already supposed to be a superstar. One rough game becomes national news. One missed shot becomes proof that he doesn't belong in the NBA. The reality is that no rookie is dealing with this kind of spotlight. Bronny hasn't even had enough time to develop properly, but the basketball world already debates him daily. The Lakers knew this pressure would come when they drafted him. The NBA knew this would happen when LeBron openly talked about wanting to play with his son. But knowing the storm is coming and actually surviving it are two different things.
And so for him to have all of this scrutiny and be in the spotlight and be LeBron's son, it's mental toughness for him to go out there and not only perform, but to perform well.
Then Kevin Durant stepped into the conversation without directly stepping into it. That's what made everybody stop scrolling. KD posted a cryptic message that fans instantly connected to the backlash surrounding Bronny. He didn't mention Bronny by name, but the timing made it impossible to ignore. Suddenly, people started thinking about Durant's own career. They remembered how he entered the league carrying impossible expectations as a teenager. They remembered the criticism he faced in Oklahoma City, Golden State, Brooklyn, and Phoenix. KD understands something most people don't. Once the media decides your story, every mistake becomes part of the narrative. And this is why the situation became bigger than just Bronny James. Fans started debating whether Durant was exposing the toxic side of modern NBA culture itself. Bronny isn't being judged like a normal rookie. He's being judged like a symbol. Some fans want him to fail because they're tired of LeBron dominating headlines. Others defend him no matter what because they love LeBron. Meanwhile, Bronny is stuck in the middle trying to build his own career while the internet turns every game into a war over pressure, legacy, and nepotism. KD has watched this cycle happen for years.
I think he could use another year of college and see where he at.
Yeah. That father-son legacy in the NBA.
Crazy.
Man.
Here's the part nobody is talking about. The pressure on Bronny isn't just basketball pressure. It's mental pressure too. Every arena he walks into already has an opinion about him before the game starts. Normally, a rookie can struggle quietly. Normally, a young player can have bad stretches without national debate shows turning it into content for 3 straight days. Bronny doesn't get that luxury. And Durant understands this because he spent years being one of the most criticized superstars in basketball, despite putting up historic numbers. People called him soft for joining Golden State. People questioned his leadership constantly. Yet, through all of it, KD kept scoring and kept surviving the noise. The situation became even more intense because the Lakers themselves are always under pressure. In Los Angeles, 2 bad games feel like a crisis. Add LeBron James into the mix, add Bronny into the mix, and suddenly every conversation becomes emotional instead of logical. Some critics argued Bronny only got his opportunity because of his father. Others pointed out that Bronny still earned a chance through years of basketball experience while dealing with scrutiny most young players could never handle. Durant didn't need to say much because everybody already understood the message. NBA culture has become addicted to instant judgment.
He was going to be a Laker no matter what. This was more about he wants his name called. His fucking father is the face of the team. He was going to be on that team, like it or not.
Durant has always had a complicated relationship with public perception. That's why his words hit differently.
KD doesn't act like a polished corporate superstar. He argues with fans online, he responds to criticism directly. Sometimes it hurts his image, but sometimes it also makes him feel more human than other athletes. Fans know criticism affects him, so when he posts something cryptic during a media storm surrounding Bronny, it feels personal instead of fake. It feels like a veteran player recognizing a younger player walking into a dangerous situation. This is where young players usually make a mistake. They start trying to silence critics immediately instead of developing naturally. Young players hear the noise and begin forcing everything. They overthink shots, rush decisions, and stop trusting their instincts because they're trying to prove themselves every second. The NBA is filled with talented prospects who collapsed under unrealistic expectations, and Bronny's expectations are unlike anything we've seen for a second-round player. Most second-round picks barely get attention. Bronny trends worldwide after preseason games. The craziest part is that LeBron probably expected this all along. He understands media narratives better than almost any athlete in sports history. He knew that once Bronny joined the Lakers, every single moment would become content. But even LeBron may not have predicted how aggressive the backlash would become. Some fans genuinely want Bronny to fail because they think it would somehow damage LeBron's legacy. That's how emotional sports culture has become. Kevin Durant has watched basketball conversations stop being about basketball for years. When people started analyzing KD's post, another layer got added to the story. Some fans believe Durant wasn't only defending Bronny, they thought he was also reflecting on his own career. Because if there's one superstar who understands being misunderstood, it's Kevin Durant. No matter how many points he scores or how historic his resume becomes, there's always another debate waiting for him online. Fans constantly move the goalposts for KD. Win championships with Golden State? Critics say they don't count. Dominate at age 37? Still not enough. That environment changes athletes mentally. The Lakers drama also reopened conversations about nepotism in sports. Critics argued Bronny's last name created opportunities other players never would have received. Supporters responded by saying sports history has always included family connections, and Bronny still has to prove he belongs. Both sides contain some truth. Of course, LeBron's influence opened doors, but opportunity and success are not the same thing. Plenty of players get opportunities. Staying in the NBA requires real skill. That's the part Bronny still has time to prove. This is where it gets dangerous, because once the media realizes a story creates engagement, they keep feeding it. Sports debate shows aren't designed to be fair. They're designed to keep attention. Bronny James guarantees attention. Kevin Durant guarantees attention. LeBron James guarantees attention. Put all three names in one story, and suddenly the conversation becomes bigger than basketball itself. Everybody projected their own opinion on KD's words. What's interesting is how differently former NBA players reacted compared to fans online. Many former players immediately showed empathy toward Bronny because they understand development and pressure. Veterans know young players need time. They know confidence can disappear quickly. But internet culture doesn't care about patience anymore. Fans want instant greatness. If a rookie struggles, people immediately start using words like bust before the player even reaches his 20th birthday. KD's own career explains why his message carried so much weight. This is one of the greatest scorers in basketball history, yet public opinion around him still swings wildly depending on the week. That's why some fans felt his message to Bronny was deeper than simple support. It felt like a veteran warning a younger player not to lose himself trying to satisfy impossible expectations. Because the truth is, there may be no way for Bronny to ever satisfy everyone. Another reason the story exploded is because the Lakers represent drama better than any franchise in sports. Everything becomes amplified in Los Angeles. If Bronny played for a smaller market team, the coverage would already be intense because of LeBron. But with the Lakers, the spotlight becomes overwhelming. Every practice clip trends online. Every quote gets analyzed. Every bench reaction becomes content. Kevin Durant knows exactly how exhausting nonstop scrutiny can become. The internet also started revisiting old KD moments during this controversy. People brought up the burner account situation and his arguments with fans, but strangely enough, those moments may actually make younger players trust him more. Durant doesn't pretend criticism never affects him. He doesn't fake perfection. In today's sports culture, that honesty stands out. Bronny's situation also highlights a bigger problem in modern basketball discussions. Development has become underrated because social media rewards extreme opinions. Nobody gets attention for saying a rookie needs patience. People get attention for calling someone overrated or already a failure. That's why narratives spiral so quickly now. One rough performance becomes evidence of career doom, one highlight becomes proof of superstardom. There's almost no middle ground anymore. At the same time, there's another side people can't ignore. Bronny chose this path. He knew joining the Lakers and playing alongside his father would bring massive attention. LeBron openly celebrated the possibility of sharing the court with his son because it represented history. So criticism was always going to come with the spotlight. The problem is that fans forget Bronny is still incredibly young. Kevin Durant's involvement instantly made the story feel even bigger because KD and LeBron represent two defining superstars of this era. Their careers have been connected for nearly 20 years through finals battles, Olympic teams, and endless comparisons. So anytime Durant indirectly comments on a situation involving LeBron's family, fans assume there's another layer underneath. What also made this drama fascinating was how divided fans became over KD's intentions. Some praised him for indirectly defending a young player from toxic criticism. Others accused him of inserting himself into Lakers headlines for attention. But regardless of intent, the message worked because people couldn't stop discussing it. That's the power of ambiguity in modern sports culture. Meanwhile, Bronny stayed relatively quiet through all the noise, which may actually be the smartest thing he can do. Young players often destroy themselves trying to respond to every criticism. Durant learned that lesson publicly over the years. Ultimately, Bronny's only real answer will happen on the court over time, not on social media. The bigger legacy angle here is impossible to ignore. LeBron is trying to complete one of the most unique family stories in sports history by sharing the NBA with his son. Kevin Durant is still fighting for respect despite already having an all-time resume. Bronny is trying to escape being viewed as only a last name. All three stories collided during this controversy. Years from now, people might look back at this moment completely differently depending on how Bronny's career unfolds. If he becomes a solid NBA player, people will say the criticism was unfair and premature. If he struggles, critics will claim they saw it coming from the beginning. That's how sports history works. Results rewrite narratives. And maybe that's why Kevin Durant's cryptic message mattered so much. Whether it was about Bronny, about himself, or about NBA culture as a whole, it exposed how quickly basketball conversations stop being about actual basketball. It showed how young players can become symbols before they even become professionals. And now the debate only gets bigger from here. If Bronny succeeds, people will revisit this entire controversy and say KD understood the bigger picture before everyone else. But if Bronny struggles, critics will argue the pressure was impossible from the start. Either way, one thing is clear. The NBA world isn't done obsessing over this story anytime soon.